Major funding for KPBS Evening Edition has been made possible in part by Bill Howe Family of Companies, providing San Diego with plumbing, heating, air, restoration, and flood services for over 45 years. Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE or visit billhowe.com. And by the Conrad Prebys Foundation, Darlene Marcos Shiley, and by the following. And by viewers like you. Thank you.
A San Diego lawmaker says military action against Iran should stop without a declaration of war from Congress. Thank you for joining us. I'm Maya Trabulsi. KPBS military reporter Andrew Dyer says a bill to do just that was introduced in the House today.
The bill's the third such war powers resolution introduced in the House since the start of the war. The previous two failed. San Diego Democrat Sarah Jacobs introduced the resolution today.
It is a way to end and force the end of the war in Iran, and retake Congress's constitutional authority to be the ones who declare and authorize war and peace.
A 1973 law requires the president to stop military action after 60 days without authorization from Congress. The current conflict began more than 70 days ago, but the administration says the start of the ceasefire last month stopped the 60-day clock. Jacobs says she has reason to believe that deadline will sway some Republicans.
We have yet to vote on a war powers resolution after the 60-day clock has run out. And I think, whether my Republican colleagues will actually do publicly what they've told us privately, they have said that changes the calculation for them.
Today's resolution is the first in a series planned by Jacobs and other members of the Congressional Progressive Caucus. They plan to introduce a resolution every week, so there's always one that's active and ready for a vote. She says even if the resolutions aren't successful in asserting Congress's oversight authority, it's important to keep trying.
Every single time we make Republicans take a vote on this really unpopular, illegal, reckless war, the harder that vote becomes for them, and the more likely chances that we get more of them to flip and we do eventually get it to pass.
War powers resolutions are privileged, meaning a representative can force a vote without the bill going through a committee. Jacobs expects Congress to vote on her resolution early next month. Andrew Dyer, KPBS News.
President Donald Trump will have to find someone else to lead the Border Patrol. Today, Border Patrol Chief Michael Banks announced his departure. It's effective immediately. Banks didn't offer much detail for his decision, only that he will spend more time with his family. Banks' resignation follows the decision by the head of ICE to step down later this month. And back in March, President Trump replaced the Homeland Security Secretary. All three positions are heavily involved in the president's immigration policies. The union representing thousands of service and hospital workers in the UC system has reached a tentative deal. The agreement will avoid a potential strike. This is video from a union demonstration last fall. The strike could have disrupted hospitals and food services across the UC system, including at UC San Diego Medical Center. The union says the negotiations brought them raises and more affordable health care rates. The June 2nd primary election is less than a month away. Voters have already received their ballots in the mail, and KPBS News is ramping up our coverage. The KPBS Voter Hub is being updated daily with fresh content. We have information on local and statewide races in an easy-to-navigate format. You can change your registration status before the May 18th deadline. We also have a Spanish version with all the same information. Find links to the Voter Hub on our homepage or go to kpbs.org/vote. 3 of the region's school boards will have primary elections next month. KPBS asked the candidates about the priorities and perspectives they'll bring to the boards. KPBS education reporter Katie Anastas is in the newsroom. Katie, let's start with the County Board of Education. What can you tell us about the board and what it does?
Well, Maya, this is the governing board for the San Diego County Office of Education. It provides services for school districts and charter schools throughout the county. The office also runs schools and programs for incarcerated students, migrant students, and students with special needs. The board's role includes adopting the office's annual budget and hearing appeals for things like student expulsions and charter school petitions. This is the most crowded of the education-related primary races. There are 6 candidates running for 2 seats. The 2 candidates who get the most votes in the primary will move on to the general election. In District 3, Alicia Munoz is running for re-election against Corey Brown and Jamal Cajon. Munoz has been on the board since 2014. She says she's witnessed a lot of change in the local education system and knows what options are available to students. She wants to make sure the office serves the county's most vulnerable youth and collaborates with other agencies. She's been endorsed by the San Diego County Democratic Party. Brown is a Navy veteran who now works in the home healthcare industry. He says he's familiar with the needs of the disability community and what resources are available. He says building trust and communication with parents is a priority, and he's been endorsed by Reform California. Cajon is an engineer and writer. He wants to prioritize setting up students for college or careers after high school. He says he'd meet regularly with students, caregivers, and advocates who work in foster care, juvenile justice, and disability communities.
So what about the other seat on the County Board of Education?
Well, Rick Shea is running for re-election to the District 5 seat against Tammy Allen and Bianca Raganesi-Lash. Shea says his priorities include continuing to support foster youth. He previously worked as a teacher in juvenile court schools and as a juvenile probation officer. He's been endorsed by the San Diego County Democratic Party. Allen is a substitute teacher who's worked in local public and charter schools. She's also worked as a translator and has experience working with survivors of sex trafficking. She says her experience with vulnerable youth would serve her well in the role. Raganesi-Lash did not respond to KPBS's survey, but we do know she's been endorsed by Reform California.
So there are also elections in 2 community college districts. So what can you tell us about that?
There are 2 seats opening up on the San Diego Community College District Board. 2 candidates are running in each race. There's also the Grossmont-Cuyamaca Community College District Board. 2 incumbents are running unopposed for 2 of the seats on that board. The Area 5 race has 2 candidates. The top 2 candidates will move on to the general election in these races, so this is likely who we'll see on the November ballot. And you can find more about their priorities and who's endorsed them at our website, kpbs.org.
Thank you so much, Katie.
Thanks, Maya.
And Katie Anastas covers local schools for KPBS from TK through higher education. She was also a guest this week on KPBS Midday Edition. You can find more of her stories on all of our KPBS platforms. The city of San Diego broke ground today on a new Oak Park library. KPBS reporter Alexander Nguyen says plans began a decade ago.
The Friends of Oak Park Library and Community Council started a grassroots campaign for the new library in 2016.
We have worked so much for this.
Alida Chavez is the president of the Friends of the Oak Park Library.
3, 2, 1.
She says this wouldn't happen without the collective efforts of the community.
They have been very, very supportive of our efforts. Without each other, this would not happen because they continually call me at wee hours of the night. Did you do this? Did you do that?
The current library is more than 50 years old. The community says it is well loved but outdated.
They just don't have the space to include everything that they want to do and all the people that want to come.
The new library will be built here at the site of an old water treatment facility near Joyous Lake. Rebecca Mizaki lives nearby.
This is going to be perfect. It's beautiful, there's natural spaces, kids can read a book, they can play, and it's right by our house.
The new library will have 2 stories and nearly 4 times the size of the existing one. It will have room for new programs and services, including an innovation and technology lab for STEAM projects. The city estimates construction will cost more than $37 million. This comes as the city grapples with a budget deficit that could lead to hours being cut at some libraries. San Diego Mayor Todd Gloria says most of the money to build this branch is coming from a state grant.
What we're doing is replacing an existing facility, which makes it far easier to do. But it is, I acknowledge, can be confusing when we're talking about reductions with new facilities. But this has been in the works for 10 years. Millions have already been dedicated toward it, and we're going to finish it off and deliver for this neighborhood.
While the groundbreaking is today, construction won't be completed for another 2 years. And by then, this will become a third place for the community.
It's a place you can spend a whole day. You can enjoy your time at the lake, be in nature, wildlife, take in a baseball game, and come to the library as well.
In Oak Park, Alexander Nguyen, KPBS News.
Balancing the city of San Diego's budget isn't easy. From public safety to housing, parks to potholes, every dollar matters. In our new interactive game, you make the tough calls. Play now at kpbs.org/budget challenge or scan the QR code on your screen right now. President Donald Trump's refugee ban and historically low refugee admissions cap has left a tangible impact on immigrant communities. But in El Cajon, KPBS East County reporter Elaine Alfaro says the cuts have highlighted the need for local organizations and businesses to persevere.
Nestled in a small shopping center off of North 2nd Street in El Cajon, bright letters read Kabul Green Market. On a windy day, the Afghan flag waves customers in. Onions and ginger are stacked up in the middle of the store. Peanuts, cashews, and other nuts line the right wall. In the back, the smell of naan bread baking in the oven engulfs the kitchen. The owner of the market says that smell was once a rarity in El Cajon.
8 years ago, there was not Afghani bread here.
Waid Siddiqui moved to the U.S. about a decade ago. He recalls a time when the Afghan community barely registered in El Cajon's business and cultural life. But his store has the ingredients many were missing.
We bring nuts from Afghanistan. That's why the people, our customer, looking for the specific items.
Siddiqui says those ingredients mean more to his community than simply completing a recipe. They're a tangible link to their homeland.
The people thinking we are going to shopping in our own country.
Humayun Sadiq and his family shop and eat in El Cajon. He says the cultural links in El Cajon go beyond individual countries, encompassing much of the Middle East.
When I meet a Chaldean or an Arab from El Cajon, we shake hands twice. First we say, hi, how are you? And then he says, I'm Chaldean, I'm Arab, I'm Iran, I'm from it. Oh, again. So we shake hand again because it's like to show how close we are.
In the 1970s and 80s, Chaldeans, who are Christians mainly from Iraq, were the first to come to the city in significant numbers. As the Middle East became more and more war-torn in the ensuing decades, the number of Middle Eastern asylum seekers steadily increased. Tom Wong is a UCSD political science professor and founding director of the U.S. Immigration Policy Center. He says as the communities built social networks, they laid the groundwork for more migration.
The role that social networks play is incredibly important. The initial settlement builds upon itself so that you have more and more co-ethnics migrating, which then creates larger and larger communities.
But even though the communities have grown larger, many have felt more vulnerable than ever during President Donald Trump's second term. Among Trump's first actions upon taking office was to enact a refugee ban that froze pending asylum applications. Then, at the beginning of the current fiscal year, the administration set a historically low refugee admissions cap. Faridullah Ibrahim Hill works at Arman Market and Cafe on West Main Street. He was a journalist in Afghanistan in 2021 when the U.S. fully withdrew after 20 years of war. His life there became increasingly perilous as the Taliban retook control of the country. After years of working through the asylum system, Ibrahim Hill and his family were reunited in 2025, but they didn't experience the welcome they had expected.
همش ترس است همش ترس ازی است که چه وقت آیس بیا ما رو بگوی بیادر که گرین کارت بودی نداری تو رو باید ما دستگیر کنیم.
That fear takes a toll on the community. Dilkwaz Ahmed is the founder of License to Freedom, a local organization that provides a range of services to refugees.
We see a lot of people seeking services. They want to talk, they want a space, they want to be free to talk to somebody without being punished or challenges or be threatened of deportation. And we are creating that space for them.
Ahmed said it's been jarring to see the shift in rhetoric against the refugee community. It's a different time than when she immigrated to the U.S. in 2001.
I remember I came 5 days after September 11, I was in this country. I was treated with respect and love and kindness, even during that difficult time. But now, I don't know what happened. I hope things will change. I think things will change.
Back at the Kabul Green Market, Siddiqui says his connection to the community remains strong despite the current environment.
Every day coming to the store, talking with the people, I'm happy. I'm feeling happy with this store. A city look like their countries. That's why the people move here.
He's hoping that the smell of his freshly baked naan wafts through the store for years to come. Elaine Alfaro, KPBS News.
We are running a little quieter tonight, but things are going to get more active this weekend when it comes to the wind, especially in inland areas. But in the meantime, tonight, 61 in San Diego, upper 50s into Oceanside, around 60 or so in Solana Beach. Other areas like Borrego Springs, 63. Mount Laguna will drop to 53. Look at Campo, a little nippy there, 41 degrees. But wind advisories return to the area. Some areas, they begin at 11 a.m. Saturday, others 2 p.m. Saturday. Regardless, Saturday into Sunday, wind advisories return. Details ahead.
It is grad season for SDSU and CSU San Marcos. Both campuses are busy this week with commencement events. SDSU started today with ceremonies lasting through Sunday. More than 13,000 people earned degrees this year, according to the university. Graduation events will be held Friday and Saturday at Cal State San Marcos. USD wraps up its academic year next week. And this week we saw La Mesa take steps to put an age limit on e-bikes for young riders. It's an issue that communities across the country are trying to navigate. Michelle Gillet covered a statewide meeting on e-bike safety in Orange County.
And I just want all of you to know how horrible it was. If you have kids, imagine citing their death certificate. Who you are, mommy.
In tears, the parents of 20-year-old Colby Aipa, killed while riding his e-bike in Huntington Beach, told a room full of educators, police officers, and sheriff's deputies that something has to be done.
I'd love to see e-bikes be regarded the same as motorcycles and be licensed. I mean, my son's head was run over. So if he was wearing a bicycle helmet, it wouldn't have saved his life. But maybe, just maybe, if it was a motorcycle helmet, he would still be here today.
Last week, 13-year-old Benson Nguyen was killed in Garden Grove after police say he hit a median driving an e-motorcycle, which is illegal to ride on the street. A substitute teacher at El Toro High School died last month after officials say a 14-year-old popping a wheelie on an e-motorcycle hit him in front of the school. Both boys aren't old enough to be licensed. DA prosecutor Elisa Kim, the assistant head of Orange County's juvenile court, spoke at the e-bike symposium about the creation of a unit at the district attorney's office to review cases involving illegal use of motorized vehicles.
That if parents are not going to hold their children accountable, that we're going to have to hold these parents accountable.
Kim says the new e-bike, e-motorcycle unit has 3 separate cases involving 3 parents in Orange County who knowingly allowed their children to break the law. One case resulted in the death of the 81-year-old teacher. Another was in Yorba Linda and involved a 12-year-old who was badly injured on an illegally modified e-motorcycle.
He ran a red light, got hit by a car, and suffered broken bones, I think a skull fracture, intracranial bleed. So that father is being charged with felony child endangerment and contributing to the delinquency of a minor.
And that was Michelle Gillet reporting. KPBS.org has more of our coverage on e-bikes in San Diego County and the response to a rise in accidents. And that includes our story this week on La Mesa approving a ban on riders under 12. You can find that story on the KPBS YouTube page and all of our platforms.
Well, we are dealing with a little bit of active wind coming in for the weekend. So overall, pleasant Friday, but a windy weekend for the canyons and passes. And we will be looking to some dangers offshore as well, right along the coastline. Dangerous rip currents will accompany this windier setup this weekend as well. So surfers beware. Again, some may celebrate the bigger waves, but there are some dangers out there as well. Tonight, 61 for your low, and will be partly cloudy. We're going to be dry through the extended forecast. Strong finish to the week. A little hot in the interior deserts. We're getting to that time of the year as we heat up a little bit more. Temperatures marginally above the historical average, maybe 5, 6, 7 degrees above for some. Very close to the norm near the coastline. That puts us in the upper 60s in San Diego and Chula Vista. In fact, some areas along the coastline have actually been a little cooler than the historical average for this time of the year. You can see Borrego Springs 95. Nothing we can't handle there. Just be aware it's getting a little hotter. You'll notice lots of sunshine there. A few coastal clouds, in fact, a layer of coastal clouds early in the morning, and that will gradually give way to sunshine by midday. Inland warmth winds on Saturday, and you can see the showers and storms that will be problematic will be into the Great Plains. It's that time of the year as well. Now, along with this weekend setup, it's going to be increasingly windy, and a wind advisory is already in effect for Saturday afternoon into Sunday, and Sunday afternoon, really the bulk of the weekend, Saturday into Sunday for most of the inland areas, some of the mountains and the deserts as well. So the coastal forecast, we look good. Morning clouds, afternoon sunshine, and we'll be between 72 and 73 every afternoon. It looks nice out there. As we head inland a few steps, mid-70s down to the low 70s, warming back up into the mid-70s. Pretty comfortable here. A nice weekend, a little bit of a weekend breeze. Into the mountains, it will get windier here, and we're going to see a good deal of sunshine with just a few fair weather clouds here and there. Low 60s, bottoming out in the mid-50s. It'll be cooler Sunday and Monday. That wind will import some cooler air, and then we ramp back up a little bit warmer for Tuesday. In the deserts, we're going to be dealing with readings not terribly hot. Mid-90s Friday, so pretty warm Friday, but we'd back down into the mid-80s. That active breeze will deliver a little bit of relief from the heat in the deserts, but it will be breezy Saturday and Sunday. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Jeff Cornish for KPBS News.
Can you imagine what it would be like to have lived 2 centuries ago in our mountainous backcountry? One man decided to create that world for himself, and Ken Kramer found him for this story about San Diego.
Oh, now this is like rewinding time to what, maybe 1820, 1830, when the backcountry was a lonely place. And if you were stumbling along, you might, just might, run into somebody like Larry Freeland. Most of 200 years ago, Larry would have been what you'd call a mountain man. They were fur trappers, rugged frontiersmen who knew how to make it on their own in the wilderness. And Larry, if he could go back to those days, he'll tell you he'd mostly love it.
Just open west, places to go and see and ride your horse and be part of the world.
It may be today in San Diego, but this log and canvas cabin and the old-time pieces of history in it, mountain men from the Rockies to Oregon country would have felt right at home here.
When you got to an area where you had any kind of trees, you could build yourself a cabin, as we built here. Build a log cabin and begin your life. Go out and hunt. Get some food on the table, take the hides and make yourself a jacket possibly like this. This is made out of deer skin.
Okay, so there aren't mountain man fur trappers in San Diego County today, but I'd say Larry is about as close as you can come. He's pretty handy with an axe, and he's built this whole place on his property in Alpine. Look at it. He's reversed the clock to a time 120 years before he was born.
And welcome to the saloon.
Just down Willows Road from the Viejas Casino is Larry's outpost in logs and canvas, exactly as it might have been back in the days of John Quincy Adams.
Just kind of a fun project for a guy who loves the Old West, I guess.
Well, but there's more to it than that. Go back to 2003. In that year, the Cedar Fire burned close to 300,000 acres in San Diego County. Afterward, crews were clearing away downed trees and partially burned power poles.
So as they were doing that, I got a phone call. Larry, would you like some logs? We need places to get rid of them. And of course, I wanted logs.
Why? Because he wanted to build this, the kind of place where trappers and mountain men might have gathered to trade in that long ago time. A place safe from every kind of danger that lurked back then. Intruders, grizzly bears. Yes, he built a fort.
Everybody's like, what? Didn't you build a fort when you were a kid? You know, and on and on and on, everything you could think of. But I did. I built a fort, and here we are today.
It's not meant to be Disneyland. He doesn't pretty things up for the sake of charm. It's a way to show visitors what life was really like at a place like this.
We actually get some pretty warm little fires going in it. We've got a little saloon cabin built, a sleeping cabin, and another one which we used in a movie we made as a mercantile little store. We did a little film out here.
There he is. And that's another thing. If you were saying, wait, I think I've seen this guy, you have. He's played a number of roles in westerns on HBO, Wild West Tech with Keith Carradine as Wild Bill Hickok. Hollywood knew where to come.
They wanted guys that could ride and shoot and knew the Old West, so here I am.
Larry has the Lost Trails Trading Post store on the property where he sells and trades clothing, hats, and curiosities from the Old West. But as for his fort, he's always adding to it, never charges anybody who wants to come see it. Oh, and as for actually going back to live in that time of the mountain man, remember I said he would mostly love it?
You know, as much as I love the time period, I do like to take a nice hot shower and go to a dentist now and then. And there's some things I probably couldn't give up if I got taken from here and put back there.
But he could make it. Anybody who could build this, I figure, would get along pretty well. Through the years, he's had a lot of experience actually living in the woods. But Larry Friedland says there's a real joy in living today in this place of his creation, and seeing how much visitors enjoy his fort does a lot for his spirit.
Oh, it lifts it, makes it soar like an eagle.
How lucky for us that he does live in our county, in our century, and is such a timeless story about San Diego.
And to see more of Ken Kramer's stories, you can watch his half-hour episodes about San Diego Thursday nights at 8 o'clock right here on KPBS. And you can find tonight's stories right there on our website, kpbs.org. Thanks for joining us. I'm Maya Trabulsi. Good night.
Major funding for KPBS Evening Edition has been made possible in part by Bill Howe Family of Companies, providing San Diego with plumbing, heating, air, restoration, and flood services for over 45 years. Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE or visit billhowe.com. And by the Conrad Prebys Foundation, Darlene Marcos Shiley, and by the following. And by viewers like you. Thank you.